What it do, Ace Crew? Welcome back to the test reimagined. Obviously, as you can see, we're gonna pick up exactly where we left off in the last episode. If you guys want to see where we left off and all the progress we've made so far, make sure you obviously go check part one of the series. First you're gonna realize I'm playing with no game audio. Now, as much as cool as there is a voice acting, and I like that's a cool new feature. In my opinion, I just think the guy who's narrating is a tad bit slow, and I'm trying to read. I'm reading faster than he's reading, and it's kind of throwing me off. So I'm gonna just play with no audio. I'm sorry if that's gonna bother you guys, but there's no pause menu. You have to like exit out of the game and go back to the main menu to fix the settings, and it's gonna be back and forth. Not sure how long this episode's gonna be because I didn't know how long this game was gonna be as a whole. But exactly. Obviously you're in the drill. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's continue where we last left off, shall we? One morning, every human. Also, I'm gonna have to read it. Obviously, if you guys saw the Undertale series, I'm not the greatest of readers, but hey, you gotta work on it. One morning, every human wakes up with a new innate ability. You choose what it is. Once chosen, it rewrites human nature. What power do you gift the world? The ability to feel the exact emotion another person is hiding. The power to know when something is lying with no way unknowing it. The capacity. Jesus, already starting off right. The capacity to pause time, but only during moments of overwhelming emotion. The intuition is always know which path leads to growth, not comfort. The voice is exactly what someone needs to hear, even if it changes nothing. Hmm. The capacity to pause time would be nice, but only during moments of overwhelming emotion. But if pausing, I mean, like, that would be cool. But like, if you're just pausing the emotion, once you unpause, it's just gonna be the same emotion. The power to know when someone is lying with a unknown it, the ability to feel the exact emotion another person is hiding. I'm gonna go with no to say. I think it's the best one. You are offered a key that unlocks one hidden truth about reality. You can choose only one. And once seen, it is can't be unseen. Which door do you open? What happens after death is absolute detail. That's a good one. Why humans hurt each other even when they don't want to. What you were truly meant to do before the world shaped you. What someone um what someone you love has never told you and they never will. Whether any of the meaning behind we are assigned it. I'm gonna go with what happens after death. Because I feel like obviously it's gonna raise people, obviously depending on what religion you believe in, and even if you do think there's an afterlife or not, or you believe in reincarnation, I think that's like one of the biggest what if questions. That's the biggest question that a lot of people have, and I think that's something that I would like to be answered. A storm is coming, not of weather, but of change. You can protect one part of the human experience from being altered forever. The rest be swept away. What do you preserve? The ability to laugh, act of storytelling, the raw feeling of falling in love for the first time, the quiet, sacred space between two people that you truly trust each other, the drive to keep going, even if ooh. I'm not gonna lie, man. Low key, it's a tie between the um the ability to keep going and the falling in love. Because man, like I said, bro, love is a powerful ass drug. It can make or break a person, but it is also a fantastic feeling. Um, I'm gonna go with I think keeping going. Keep calm and keep going. I think that's a good motto to live in life. No matter how many times life gets you down. I think the ability to kind of rearrange yourself and steer yourself in the right direction. I think that's a nice. I think that's a good ability to have. Humanity is given a reset, but only a foundational emotion can remain fully intact. All the others will become shadows of their former selves. Which emotion survives the untouched? Wonder, grief, empathy, curiosity, and joy. Man, curiosity. Also, I'm drinking coffee this time, so hopefully I'm not tired. Because again, I always get tired for some reason when I start recording. Let me see what- Also, it's the same fucking dog every time that barks. It's Desi. Grief, empathy, curiosity, joy. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Joy. I'm trying to mute because my dogs are still fucking barking in the background. We love to see it, man. You wake up one morning with the ability to change one fundamental thing about the world instantly and permanently. Instantly and permanently. You don't know how it would unfold, but you know it will ripple across all humanity. Which do you choose? Everyone understands each other completely without judgment. Sounds pretty dope. All systems, governments, schools, healthcare, economies become fair and efficient. Ooh, creativity becomes the core value of all human activity. I like that. All basic needs, food, shelter, safety, health are met in every single person on earth. Every individual awakens to their full potential, instantly knowing their purpose on earth. Damn, all these sound like fucking amazing. And I'm able to change one fundamental thing. You don't know what will unfold, but you know it will ripple across all humanity. Hmm. I want to say all systems, governments become fair, because again, a government that's fair, that's fucking really rare, especially in today's day and world. But all basic needs, like this is more like obviously, as someone who lives in America, we have obviously not everybody in America, but it's way easier to come across food, shelter, and safety, and compared to other third world countries. But the ability to have that for everybody is fucking a necessity, and I think that would be something that I think everybody would want. So I'm gonna go with that. Watch the game be over, and this is a 6 minute video. Oh my god, is it actually gonna be a fucking? You have reached the quiet center of your own design. Every question, every hesitation, every whisper of curiosity has been a brushstroke, in a portrait of who you are. You do not simply answer questions; you build a mirror, and now that mirror will answer you in return. 5 cards wait before you, not random, not fate alone, but reflection shaped by your choices. I really should have fucking finished this in the last episode. I was just fucking really tired and I had to leave because I had a meeting. Each card holds a truth you have already spoken through perhaps you did not notice when you said it. You are someone who seeks to understand rather than escape. You have looked at yourself honestly without emor. I can't fucking read. And still choosing to continue. You carry the rare courage and self inquiry, the kind that doesn't roar but hums quietly beneath the ribs. You do not wish to be told who you are. You wish to recognize yourself when hear and said it out loud. That mark is that mark of the awakened mind. One that knows growth isn't found in answers, but in asking. Excuse me. Be gentle with your uncover. The truth, even when kind, can cut deep. Wow. That is a fucking bar right there. You may feel the urge to overanalyze, to categorize, and make sense of what only meant to be felt. Do not let the wisdom you've earned turn the weight you must carry everywhere. Let the cards speak. Okay. Do not try to control what rises in you as they unfold. Someone will comfort you. Some will comfort you. Jesus fuck. Why cannot read? I gotta pick more games that does narration. Obviously I know this does, but you get the point. Some will change you. All of them are you. The past you've outgrown, the present you're standing in, and the future you're brave enough to meet. Remember, revelation is not about prediction. Another bar. It is recognition. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Take a slow breath. Listen not for judgment, but for alignment. Enlightenment. It is enlightenment. I'm fucking stupid. As each card is revealed, let it resonate where it fits and release where it does not. Your subconsciousness has already built this reading through your choices. I am simply here to translate it back to you. Together we will draw 5 truths, one from your past, one for your present, one for your heart, and one for the path ahead, and one for the light that never leaves you. The work is already done. All that remains is to witness it. You have not come to learn who you are. You have to come to remember. Let us begin your reading now. All right. Let's see it, baby. I'm excited. Again, I really do feel bad for not doing this. I've been recording for 10 minutes. Maybe like 8 minutes of that was the actual prompts. My apologies. Like I said, I had stuff to do afterwards. Hmm. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. The keyed voice. Your first card is the keyed voice. I'm gonna take photos of these because I know they're gonna ask you to do this to write it on the disc, the Steam thing. Your first card is the keyed voice, court insight. Your words tend to arrive at the right depth and at the right moment. You speak to the part of the person that is ready, not the mask you wear. What this says about you. You have learned that language can be a doorway. You do not push people through it. You set it open and invite them to step the way that you choose. You listen for your pattern, not only for plot. The unasked questions, the sentence someone leaves unfinished. You sense the weight behind it and you shape your reply to match the load. Often you say a simple thing that lands itself in relief, not because you are clever, but because you are precise. You understand that the right words cannot force an outcome. You speak anyway. You are working on a longer horizon where dignity matters as much as the results. You want to live in a world where conversations are places in repair and orientation, where the sentences can become a small handrail on a difficult stair. Quietly, you hope that the handrail will come when it counts. Jesus Christ. Potential warning. If you treat your voice like a tool to manage other people, you will drift into control dressed as care. Damn! You may also forget to let silence do its work and end up filling every space that frightens you. Resolution. Let your voice serve clarity, consent, and timing. Offer the sentence that some oh my god. Offer the sentence that helps someone stand straighter when step back and let their choices carry the day. Trust nothing lower tower. Sorry, my dad was calling. I have a thought on my lower tower. Do you want it? Speak to the person, not at the performance. Name what is real, what you both can see. Keep a handful of phrases and anchor safety. I am with you. You do not need to hurry. We can pause. Closing. Your gift is not a fix. Your gift is to place the right word in the right palm and let them decide how to use it. When you honor that limit, your voice becomes a steady light of people to find their own way and more courage. Why is my thing loading? Damn. I like that. I really do like that. That does seem like me. I mean, this is what I love about these fucking games, man. Like you play and you get this sense of like ooh spooky, but like then again it gets real like this and it actually gets you. What do you have? The River Beyond. That's me. How do I turn this around? I'm taking photos of these, like I said. Your second card is the River Beyond, Court Insight. You would face the last door with your eyes open. You're the kind of person who wants the whole picture so your life can be arranged on purpose. What this says about you. You do not look away from endings. Hmm. You have felt how closeness of an ending sharpness that living moment, how small gestures glow when time is counted honestly. You want the ledger to be clear. You want to know what awaits you so the hours can still have and can be placed where they matter most. This is not morbid curiosity. It is respect of the scale of things. Some parts of you is tired of bargaining with unclear uncertainty. Okay. You have stood beside beds in doorways in parking lots, and you have sensed an outline of the truth that you cannot name. You choose the key because you would rather carry a heavy certainty than drift under a soft vial. You are ready to love in a way that includes goodbye from the start. Damn. That readiness makes your attention tender and precise. People feel safer around you because you measure days by percents, not by performance. Performance. Oh my god, I am so fucking sorry. Maybe I should have kept the narration on because I'm fucking stupid. There's also a quiet promise under the choice. You want a life that leaves clean footprints. A life cannot a life that a life that could end on Tuesday and still feel complete in a pattern because you kept current with your words, your work, your thanks, your forgiveness, and your joy. You want no debt to your own heart. Damn. This is fucking really good. Potential warning. If you turn knowledge of endings into a constant countdown, you can shrink the day you're in. Very true. Urgency can harden into control. You may start forcing meaning into every moment and miss the simple ones that arrive on their own. Damn. That is so fucking true. Holy cow. Resolution. Let let finitude guide you without gripping. Use the truth of the last door to edit, not to rush. Choose fewer aims and give them clean hours. I leave room for unplanned light. Mm. All right, here we go. Guidance. Practice compliments. Man, that's not compliments. Complicate. Oh my god. Say, I am so fucking sorry. Say thank you now. Say I love you now. Keep a living list of what is worth your limited seasons. Remove one item from each week until it remains the feel of honest. Build some rituals that honor both departure and return. A candle of for memory. A walk for easing the heart. A letter you write and keep. Damn. Closing. What do we got here? Let me see. Again, I apologize for my shit reading. I very do apologize. You do not choose the key to escape fear. You choose it to honor life. Damn. When you live with the last door in view, your days become exact and generous, and those who walk with you learn how to be fully here. Damn, when you live to live. Wow. Man, that's fucking spot on, brother. Okay, I'm very curious. I'm hoping it says it auto saves. So I'm gonna exit out of the game. Let me take a photo of this last one, the long walk. I'm gonna exit real quick because I want to turn on narration. Sorry, forgive me. This is not professional, I know. I am fucking stupid and I can't read. So I think it's better if I put that on 40 and put this on 40. I'm hoping that this saves during the reading.
Your second card is
Oh my god,
the
this is all
river
over again.
beyond. You would face the
Can I
last
skip
door
this?
with your eyes open. You are the kind of person who wants the whole picture, so your life
Fuck it, we
can
read it
be
again.
arranged on purpose. You do not look away from endings. You have felt how the closeness of an ending sharpens the living moment, how small gestures glow when time is counted honestly. You want the ledger to be clear. You want to know what waits, so that the hours you still have can be placed where they matter most. This is not morbid curiosity. It is respect for the scale of things.
This is
Some
way
part
better
of
than
you
my
is
fucking
tired of
dyslexic ass
bargaining
reading
with
this.
uncertainty. You have stood beside beds and in doorways and in parking lots, and you have sensed the outline of a truth you could not name. You chose the key because you would rather carry a heavy certainty than drift under a soft veil. You are ready to love in a way that includes goodbye from the start. That readiness makes your attention tender and precise. People feel safer around you because you measure days by presence, not by performance. There is also a quiet promise under this choice. You want a life that leaves clean footprints.
That would be nice.
A life that could end on a Tuesday and still feel complete in its pattern, because you kept current with your words, your work, your thanks, your forgiveness, your joy. You want no debt with your own heart. If you turn knowledge of endings into a constant countdown, you can shrink the day you are in. Urgency can harden into control. You may start forcing meaning into every moment and miss the simple ones that arrive on their own. Let finitude guide without gripping. Use the truth of the last door to edit, not to rush. Choose fewer aims and give them clean hours. Leave room for unplanned light. Practice completions. Say the thank you now. Say the I love you now.
Why does he wait so long to say now?
Keep a living list of what is worth your limited season.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. How dope would it be if Morgan
Remove
Freeman did
one
this?
item each week until what remains
Build some rituals that
feels
honor both
honest.
departure and return.
Build small rituals that honor both departure and return. A candle for memory. A walk for easing the heart. A letter you write and keep. You did not choose the key to escape fear. You chose it to honor life. When you live with the last door in view, your days become exact
Alright,
and generous.
now we're all caught up. I really wish there was like a skip
those who
option,
walk
but I
with
guess
you
they want you to like take their time.
Learn
I get
how
that.
to be
I do like
fully
that.
here.
That's some really good advice. Say the I thank you, say the I love you, be more grateful. Alright, now this one was the river one, right? No, the long walk.
Your
This is where we
third
left off.
card is the long walk.
Be here, baby.
You keep moving when the map is blank. Your engine is modest but relentless, and it carries you farther than drama ever could. You have learned that progress is often quiet.
Yeah.
It sounds like dishes done when sorrow is heavy. It looks like lacing your shoes when the story in your head is tired. You do not wait for a trumpet to tell you that today counts. You count it yourself. One clear action, then another, then another. People around you underestimate the power of such ordinary courage until they see where it leads. Your choices reveal a private craft. You know how to make meaning out of motion, even when proof is scarce. You set a simple target and then show up for it with clean hands. You do not confuse feeling like it with being the person who does it. That makes you reliable in storms. It also makes you a quiet teacher. Others learn from your pace that a life can be built by small, faithful hours. Underneath this discipline is a tender wish. You want to be someone you would trust when things are unclear.
Wow.
You want to live a day that would make your younger self feel safe to try again tomorrow. That wish is not soft. It is steel with a warm cover. Endurance can turn into numbness if you walk without listening. If you never pause to adjust direction, you may become loyal to the path rather than loyal to the truth. You can also confuse depletion with devotion and call it strength. Let stamina travel with reflection. Keep moving and also keep checking your bearings. Rest is a skill, not a failure. Adjust routes, not only speed.
Wow.
The walk is wiser when the walker is awake.
The walk is... Wow.
Choose one small, visible action each morning that honors who you are becoming. Complete it before noise arrives. Track fuel as carefully as output. Sleep, water, a meal that steadies you. A call with someone who knows your real name. Review the week with kind eyes. Keep what works.
Damn.
Retire.
That's
what
an also
drains.
good one. These are all, so far, all of them have been really accurate.
Set one next step that fits inside a single day.
Your gift is not a flash. It has been...
Your gift is not flash. It is continuity. When you pair steady motion with honest checks and real rest, your life gathers a momentum that feels like quiet luck. It is not luck.
It is you keeping your promise to the
you
road.
Keeping your promise
Damn, I like that. Holy shit. I can't tell if I want to be creeped out that these are all accurate so far. The Sunseed.
Your fourth card is the Sunseed. You keep a small light and feed it. You understand joy as a practice, not a mood, and you choose it in ways that make space for others to choose it too. You do not mistake joy for denial. You let it stand beside truth and deepen it. You have felt how a day turns when someone brings real positivity into the room. The shoulders lower, the breath gets deeper, possibility returns. You aim your attention toward what is good on purpose, not because pain is absent, but because you refuse to let pain be the whole story.
Damn, bro.
You know that lasting gladness grows from alignment. It grows when your actions match your values and when your body is treated like a friend. You turn towards simple things with reverence. Clean water, work done well, a face you love in honest light. When you celebrate, it is not performance. It is gratitude in motion. People near you remember that joy does not need permission from perfect circumstances. Underneath your choice is a sturdy promise. You want to be a person whose presence adds energy to the room.
Yes. Oh.
You want your life to carry warmth that others can hold for a minute when their day is cold. If you pressure yourself to be bright at all times, joy turns into a mask.
Yeah.
You may start editing your own sadness out of the picture and lose the depth that makes happiness real. Forced cheer drains courage.
Holy shit.
Let joy be honest.
This is my favorite one, I think.
Welcome the full weather and still light the candle. Give sorrow its chair at the table. Give joy the task of cooking the meal that keeps everyone going. When both are allowed, joy becomes strong. Practice daily thankfulness that names specifics. 3 lines each night, written by hand. Design small celebrations for progress, not just outcomes. Share them with someone who claps for the quiet wins. Choose one habit that feeds your body and one that feeds your spirit. Protect them like income. Your gift is to keep life golden at the edges and clear at the center. When you treat joy as work worth doing, you become a steady hearth, and people remember that hope is not a rumor. It is something we make together.
Damn. That's actually maybe my favorite one. That is, wow. I know I'm gonna keep saying that, but like, again, this is why I love these games. They're like not like a fake, like, BuzzFeed quiz thing. Like, these are actually really good. The full
Your
table.
fifth and final card is the full table. You choose a world where every person is safe, fed, housed, and held.
Yeah.
You believe the beginning of a good life should be available to everyone, every day.
I think so.
You have watched people waste their brilliance fighting cold problems, empty refrigerators, waiting rooms that never call a name, fear that steals sleep and turns mornings gray. You want that noise gone. You want the ground under every life to be steady, so the real work and the real joy can begin. Your choices show a warm and practical heart. You do not dream in slogans. You dream in groceries on doorsteps, lights that turn on, clinics that answer, and keys that fit doors that stay. You trust what people become when pressure lifts. You picture the quiet neighbor who paints again once the rent is sure. The tired parent who laughs more once the cupboard stays full. The kid who stops bracing and starts asking big questions once nights are peaceful. You'd like needs met for all, because you know kindness scales when fear relaxes. You want to live in a street where relief is ordinary and hope is not a secret. There is a sweet wish for your own life inside this choice. You want to give without running on fumes. You want to love without keeping one eye on the next bill. You want to wake in a world that treats your soft heart as an asset rather than a liability. You want space to be yourself and to share yourself with ease. Care can become control if you forget that safety is a floor, not a script. If you try to organize every outcome, you can squeeze the color out of human difference. You may also put yourself last until your own light dims. Let security make room for freedom. Build the solid ground, then invite surprise. Include your needs in the circle you are protecting. Rest is part of service. Joy is part of service. Your well-being keeps the table warm. Do one local kindness on repeat. A grocery card, a ride, a check-in at the same hour each week. Model the world you wish for. Keep your promises. Give credit. Pay on time. And celebrate small wins out loud. Gather a small crew. Share one simple action each. Remove one barrier together. And keep showing up. You are the person who pulls up chairs and sets out plates until the room looks like belonging.
Wow.
That is a rare and
I like this one
beautiful
too.
gift. When you pair
The
your
last two I
gentle
really
heart
resonate
wise
with.
limits and steady habits, life around you softens and opens. People feel safe near you. You feel proud of the day you lived, and the world in your radius begins to look like the future you wanted all along.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Those go into way better detail. I really do like that.
You've seen yourself in ways most people never dare to. You've wandered through shadows and sunlight, through memory and choice, and you have emerged carrying proof, not of perfection, but of presence. The cards didn't give you anything new this day. They only reminded you of what was already waiting beneath the noise. The part of you that listens, the part that learns, the part that refuses to give up on becoming. You are not lost. You are unfolding. You are not behind. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you ever forget the way forward, listen for the quiet truth that's been with you all along. The one that says, you are not too late to be who you needed before. The future is already holding out its hand to you. Go meet it, gently, curiously, bravely. Let what you've discovered here follow you home. And when you wake tomorrow, carry the peace of knowing this. You are real. You are needed. You are seen. And you have always,
I like that.
always been enough.
I like that. I've always been enough. That's a good motto. It's a good thing to say to yourself every day. Look in the mirror and say that you are enough. Don't ever let anybody tell you any different. Message from the developers. Thank you so much for taking the time to play the test Reimagined. We really hope you enjoyed your experience. Much like many of our other experiences, this game can be replayed and get a different result. Feel free to play again and revisit the test after you have passed, and see what fantastic things await for you. Also, we do, with all of our games, we like to offer players an opportunity to be a part of history and will be honored in our upcoming projects as a token of gratitude. If you'd like to support if you like to support us or practice in future installments, let us know which card resonated with you the most in the comments, and we'll likely reach out to you in the future as we're constantly adding players, new and old, to our list. This is what I did last, and this is why I think I'm gonna be in a future game, not like me, but like a character or something, like, and this is why I really love with these developers, is that you, the player, are involved. That's why I highly recommend you guys go play and support the game. Again, I'll leave the link for the game down in the description down below if you want to download it on Steam. Very cool from the developers. I think that's a very cool thing that they can do for their players. Until next time, treat each other with kindness, stay positive, and always remember, it might be stormy now, but it can't rain forever. Damn. At Random Studios, we don't make games, we make experiences. We appreciate you, and we want to feel the appreciation directly. If we haven't reached out yet, rest assured we select new players each and every day from all of our titles to add their names to a list of character creation. So stick around, you'll definitely be hearing from us. Again, I highly recommend you guys do this, because that's why they reached out to me on a game that they did a couple years ago. If you've selected a name you haven't seen in the game yet, don't worry, we have lots of projects in the works that we apply those names to characters we feel will fit the names best. So expect to see that name in a future title. Please feel free to check out our other titles if you wish to support us further, or if you just want to experience other games we've made. We always love and appreciate your support and helps a ton. You can find our games on the title screen under other games. Thank you for the bottom of our hearts, and we wish you a wonderful day. We look forward to reading your comments and seeing your names as we work to include them in future titles and credits. Until next time, Random Studios. Man, well fucking done, guys. Well done. That was a delight to play. That was a really, really fun. Again, so fucking incredible. Whoa, narration, Brendan Thatcher. That sounds really familiar. That was really fast. Man, what a fantastic game. Again, what a delight. I've always liked these games. Like I said before, when I played the first one on the channel, I had really fun doing that. And like I said, if you guys want me to play the other games, I haven't played those games in years. So if you guys want to, continue the test trilogy, let me know by telling me in the comments down below. And if you guys do end up playing the game, which again, I highly recommend, this is not sponsored, but please, I want to see you guys' cards in the description down below, the comments down below. I'm really curious to see what you guys got as well. I think my favorite one was the Sunseed. Let me see. I took a photo of it. Again, yeah. I think the Sunseed was my favorite. I think that one resonated with me the most. And like I said, this is why I like these type of games. Where, like, obviously everybody, does the traditional BuzzFeed, personality quiz. And sometimes they're like, oh, it's cool. What food are you by answering these questions? These ones go down in a mental psyche, like, and it makes you literally, like the game says, it makes you reevaluate yourself. And the game sees a lot of you more than you see yourself. Hence the big brother eye right here. But man, what a good game. I'm not gonna lie, they're like, I wasn't a big fan of some of the questions. I feel like some of the questions were kind of a little repetitive. I like the other games questions more. I'm more of a big fan of the prompts. Like, it makes you sit there and ponder. There were some couple of good ones in here that I really liked. But other than that, like, again, I don't really know what to say about this game. This is a very, very well thought out game. And I'm sure that the people at Random Studios have sit down and, thought about the questions in deep. And I'm really curious to see where this goes. I'm really curious. I know they teased another game in one of their older test trilogy games, but they didn't really tease anything for future projects. They just said that they're working on multiple, which is fantastic. And again, if you want to support the game and download it for yourself, again, I'm going to leave the game link in the description for Steam for you to download. And also, like, if you do play the game, underneath the Steam community thing, you can write down your word. And you can write it down what your card got, and you can write it in the description. That's how I got in contact. That's how I got in contact with the developer, one of the developers of the game. Because I left my keyword in the description of the game, and they came. They're like, hey, pick a random name. I'm not gonna say what person's name I picked yet, so I want to keep it a surprise for you guys. And I'll let you guys know when they come up with the next project. But I'm super excited to see where the test series goes, or any other project from this game goes. And what an outstanding, stellar game. Again, one of the endings, the cards, everything like that will really resonate with me. I wasn't expecting to get it so accurate from the questions they were asking me, but man. Again, the other thing I would rework is the voice acting. Again, nothing wrong with the guy who did it. The guy did it was a really ominous, really like deep voice. I didn't mind that. I just think it was a little slow, because the prompt was coming out way faster than he was reading, and it kind of got me off guard. And then again, I am fucking dyslexic apparently, and I can't read. But that's the only thing I would tweak, or at least like if when you're in the middle of the quiz, you can do like a pause menu. That's the one thing I would probably rework into that for future games. But that's just like a little needy thing. It doesn't have to be in the game. But man, what a fantastic game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for my horrible dog shit rating. I promise the next game I will play, I will not have to read, only commentate, because my god, you guys are not subscribed to me for a reading. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this game. I'm sorry I didn't do it last episode. I feel like I definitely could have thugged it out, but one, I was tired, and two, I had things after that I needed to attend to. But yeah, guys, until next time, go support the game again, and all the social medias will be down in the link down in the description. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, ring the bell, make sure you guys tell somebody you love them. Peace out.